Hello guys, welcome to MJ's General Paper. MJ's General Paper is by MJ, I am MJ, and MJ's General Paper is my general paper. Listen up. So for our first ever video on this channel, I'm gonna show you guys the GP perspective of Changi Jewel. Many people believe that studying for the general paper is to load up on examples. Well, that's not wrong, but the news is full of news bites that sometimes have no relevance to GP at all. For example, that control tower is 81 meters tall. This thing flows at a rate of 10,000 gallons of water per minute. Interesting, but absolutely useless.
Changi Jewel is home to 280 shops, food and beverages outlets. Tasty, but absolutely useless. There are link bridges from both Terminal 2 and Terminal 3.
Now all these leads me to the same place, useful for me, useful for the tourists, but absolutely useless for you. But wait, hold up. I've been a complete turd bag about this place so far. You're probably wondering to yourself, what exactly in this donut-shaped cacophony is important for GP then?
Here's a tip, GP examples are everywhere. Subconsciously or consciously, people are always in interaction with it. Just look at this Instagram feed.
However, there's a fine difference between a useless Instagram post and a handy GP example, and that is how you link. By now, we all know that this build pays homage to the concept of Garden City. However, let us also think of the other wonders that's been accomplished in other projects as well.
For example, Gardens by the Bay, Singapore Botanic Gardens, and of course, the greenery and shrubs lying on literally every corner of the streets in Singapore.
Singapore is no stranger to big infrastructural projects that has a wow factor. Big, bold, and often ostentatious. Let us think of other examples, such as the Marina Bay Sands, high-speed rail between Woodlands and Kuala Lumpur, and the mega port in Tuas. Let's not forget about historical examples such as Marina Barrage, and also the Jurong Island project that is now an icon of the refinery industry in Singapore. At this juncture, I would like to make a correction to some of the stuff that I said about Changi Jewel earlier. Actually, all examples and statistics can be used in GP. However, the big difference between a useless statistics and a worthy GP example is how you analyze it. This HSBC Water Vortex is actually quite impressive. At 40 meters tall, it is the world's tallest indoor waterfall. But what makes this build so interesting is the fact that according to its designer, Moshe Safdie, the theory behind it took 2 years of research and studies to conceptualize. This is the intersection between the arts and the science. Truly mesmerizing.
To any doubters that the arts is a waste of time, this thing draws tourists to it like bees to honey. For a country that aims to be a regional hub for the arts, this is certainly a showcase of Singapore's interest in the form of architecture.
Let's talk about awards. Now, we all know that Singapore has won Airport of the Year award for the 7th consecutive year. But what does that all mean for GP?
Despite already boasting the top award of the industry, this 1.7 billion mega project that took 4 years to build underscores Singapore's commitment and willingness to stay on top of the game and within the radar of the international community.
This is the first interaction point between the world and this little red dot, and the government is banking on making a good first impression to cement its place as an industry leader in the service sector, effectively paving the way for high-value transactions between the world and Singapore.
On a similar vein, the state-owned Singapore Airlines has been one of the top 3 Airline of the Year as voted by Skytrax since the turn of the century. However, the team has not allowed for a single bit of complacency, launching its digital innovation blueprint in 2018, partnering with government agencies such as NUS, Civil Aviation Authority Singapore, Economic Development Board, and A-Star to boost its digital capabilities. At a time when all other airlines are scrapping its fleet, the recent investments such as the $1.15 billion overhaul of its A380 fleet further emphasizes the airline's commitment to stay on top of the game by doing things that other airlines are afraid of.
At the end of this short video, there are 2 learning points that I hope you can take away with. First, what makes an essay better than others is not the ability to list down trivial details in news articles, but the ability to think beyond by providing solid analysis and link one example to the many others out there. As for the topic of Changi Jewel, as the world becomes more interconnected, the number of passengers that will be setting foot in Singapore each day will increase. The government is hence not taking a chance and rest on its laurels, but continue to innovate and cement its place in the international arena as a country that is easy to do business with by providing the highest standards of service and amenities. Changi Jewel is just one of many other attractions designed to improve Singapore's image in the world. But it seems that even without most of its attractions open, like the rooftop canopy park, it has already made headlines and impressed the world, fulfilling its exact role as the centerpiece of Singapore's Changi Airport. If you guys have enjoyed this video and have learned something new, please show your support by giving it a thumbs up and share it with your friends who may be interested as well. Follow me on Instagram and subscribe for more updates in the future. What do you want me to discuss for the next video? Let me know below. This is MJ from MJ's General Paper. Cheers.